Hey peeps, how's it going? How was your week? I hope it was fantastic. I'm glad the week's over. We're progressing more into January, getting closer into springtime and summer, my favorite time of the year. So today's video is about ride fatigue, right? Hand fatigue. I don't know if many of you experience that. I would suspect that you do because there's a lot of video on YouTube about it. So for me, since I guess day one that I started riding, I started getting hand tingling, usually in my throttle hand, on my right hand. After about the first 10, 15, sometimes I can go actually an hour, and my fingers start to numb up. It's always my thumb, this finger, and this finger that numbs up, and it gets to a point that I can't feel the throttle anymore. Bad, especially if you're on the freeway and you really gotta, maneuver your bike in certain situations. You can't really do it effectively if your hand is numb, right? And pulling over all the time to try to, get circulation, or take your hand off the bar to get circulation, it kind of sucks in certain situations, especially if you live in an urban area like I do. So for me, today is the day of reckoning. Today, throttle assist. Right? Actually, it's a throttle lock device. And I was going to go with the $215 cruise control device that you can buy through Harley Davidson, and you can take your bike in and have them program it, and you have a cruise control like you would your Road Kings, your Street Glides, your touring bikes. Most of them have cruise control already set up in them. The newer bikes do anyways. I'm not so sure about the older late model ones. But rather than going that route, I decided to try throttle lock. I had it on my GSX-R when I owned that bike. It actually came with throttle lock, and I used it a lot. I mean, it saved me so much hassle on the road. So today I'm going to take this throttle lock device and I'm going to install it on my 2019 FXBR Breakout. Now there's a lot of video on YouTube about this. I'm sure it's just flooded with it. And in fact, honestly, reading the instructions on the back of this thing was fucking foreign to me, man. I mean, just, I don't know. Didn't make any sense to me. I'd have the whole fucking bike apart, figuring out one little piece to install on my throttle. So I watched the YouTube video myself on how to install it, and today I'm going to install it, and I'm going to make sure that when I'm on the freeway or taking a long cruise, that I can at least relax my hand a little bit without having to hold that throttle down and end up with numb hand. So anyways, folks, stay tuned and we'll get right on it, and we'll see how it goes, right? I'll give you step by step on how I do it, and we'll make the mistake, we'll fuck it up together, huh? Stay tuned. Alright guys, so I'm down here in the garage. I just pulled the motorcycle out of its Ziploc bag, and I'm getting ready to put this throttle lock on the bike. So let's see if we can't fuck it up together, right? It's my first one, what can I tell you? I know machinery, I've built cars, I've worked on many bikes over my time of riding, and this is the first time I've actually put on a locking device for throttle assist on a motorcycle. So hey, let's see how it works out, huh? Trying to get a good angle on this is kind of a chore, but then again, I'm new to this particular camera, so thanks for your patience, guys. Trying to get a good angle so you can actually see what it is that I'm doing here. There we go. So anyways, there is a bolt that sits right underneath this housing plate, right? And At first, when I looked at the instructions on the back, it really wasn't all that descriptive. It just said, pull this particular bracket off, pull this particular bolt off the locking bracket, pull this off of the housing. And, you know, really, why go into the fancy words of this shit? Why not just, you know, why not just tell you and show you mano to mano on a picture? Why go through all the fancy words? So anyways, I'm going to pull the bolt that's underneath this housing, and this is going to be the support bolt. This is going to be the bolt that I will use for the lockdown mechanism. See, bolts out. Now this is the piece that it comes with, and I should be able to slide it in. I'm going to see if I can slide it in. Maybe, just maybe, I will pull this piece down, but let's take a look and see if I have enough to basically screw it from the outside. This piece goes in like so. Lock this down. I don't want to tighten it too tight right at the moment. Give it a little bit of room there. And then we have the ring that's going to go on. Go over that. We have a nut with a washer, a lock washer, and then we have the actual screw that's going to go through the support. So it goes in like that. And this piece here, on this round piece, like so, lock washer. But with this lock washer, I'm not so sure about this lock washer going over that. So what I'm going to do is, because that doesn't look right to me. It doesn't look right. Maybe I need to flip it around. I don't know. Let's take a look. Like I said, I've never done this shit before, so try it. Still doesn't look right, because even if I were to do that, I'm still going to run into the problem of this bolt's going to be up against this piece right here, this lip. And the way I saw it, it went on this way. And it could be that I have this mounting piece backwards, but I don't think so. screw on the nut. Oh, I get it. Yeah, I'm such a dumbass sometimes. Okay, so this piece right here slips in over this bolt. That's where I made my mistake. I believe that's how that goes. And again, I could be very much wrong. But could also be right too. Let's see that piece more. Oh shit. Fucking technology, right? Yeah, that's impossible for that piece to slip on there like that. So basically it has to go on that way, but I'm gonna take a quick break, folks, and figure this shit out, because this is what I'm talking about. Unless I've done it before, I actually don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. But bear with me just a moment, guys. I'm gonna quickly figure it out. All right, so I got that on there, and it seems to work just fine. You know, Harley Davidsons, especially on the breakouts, they have a tendency to vibrate. I have a Milwaukie 8107. I've actually did a stage 1 last year on it, and I got to tune up to almost a 114 displacement rather than a 107. So she acts like a 114, but really she's just a 107. But needless to say, I do get vibration on the bike from time to time. But yeah, the mechanism seems to work just fine. It does shorten me up about an inch and a quarter. I'm not really happy about that, but you know, hey, a lot of times you can't have the ice cream with the cake. Me, I always try to go for the plate before I actually have the food. And I have to put the plate away, and then I have to go get the food, and then come back. And, you know, sometimes my brain just kind of functions that way, kind of fucked up a little bit. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get this motorcycle fired up real quick. So excuse me and let me fire it up and get her warmed up. And, you know, we'll give Throttle a try. that's it, guys. It works. I'm kind of, like I said, it's a bit of a difference when the bike is just sitting there idling and you're actually cruising down the highway. You know, so we'll see if the vibration affects that throttle lock. We'll see if it vibrates itself off or not. But, you know, regardless, it's going to give me at least a few minutes worth of relief on my fingers when I'm taking long trips. You know, they're not going to cramp up, cause them to numb up, and, you know, then all of a sudden I'm like, you know, pulling over at a rest area or on the side of a freeway. Here in California, the freeways are fucking dangerous. So I don't enjoy having to do that just because my fingers are numb and I can't get circulation. Some people like to ride while they're, you know, putting their arms down, and I do that sometimes, but that also can, like I said, cause a problem, especially when you got traffic on your ass and it's your throttle fingers that are numbing up. You just can't let off the throttle and put your arm down and, you know, hope that cars will slow down with you. A lot of them will just run you down if you do that. So anyways, guys, there it is. That is a throttle lock, and you know, a little trial and error. Like I said, that's my middle name, trial and error. But it works, and I can't wait to get it on the road and test it out. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, guys, I hope you have an awesome weekend. Keep the wheels on the pavement and be safe out there, and I will catch you later. This is David with Harley Davidson Nut Job. And by the way, if you want to click the thumbs up or the thumbs down, leave me a comment or subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And again, I don't do this for any kind of money through YouTube or through products. I just do this because I want to be able to show you that a simple-minded person like myself can do it. You can do it. And it's easy, and things that make your ride a lot more comfortable when you're on the road. That's why I do these videos. And, you know, to kind of show you that a simple-minded guy like me that lives a simple-minded life can pretty much do anything that he wants to do, and you can too. So anyway, stay tuned for the next video. Like I said, like, dislike, subscribe, leave a comment. Have a good one, guys. We'll catch you a little bit later.